Y'all, I almost got pulled over by the police today, and I wasn't even gonna do a voiceover because I was so tired. But when that cop got behind me, my heart started racing, y'all. My heart been racing ever since. So I'm up and I am ready to do me a voiceover, child. Look, one thing get your heart pumping is when a sheriff get behind you, child. That sheriff got behind me. I was like, don't even play with me. Don't even mess with me. Do not even mess with me. Look, we've been doing good over here. Don't even be bringing that drama over here. Don't look. I don't need that negativity in my life right now. But y'all, what I did was speeding just a little bit because I was just trying to make the green light. That's all. But then when I made the green light, I slowed down a little bit. He seen I slowed down, and he just, cause y'all, when he seen me pass, he was sitting over in the median. He was just sitting there. He seen me pass, honey. He came out and did a U-turn. He started coming straight for me. I was like, oh Lord, don't do it. Don't do it. But he ain't do it, y'all. He didn't do it. I don't know where he went, but y'all, he was right there clocking people in the median and did a full U-turn in the middle of the street. I just knew he was coming for my ass. I just knew it. But he probably seen my tags and was like, oh yeah, that's Kiera. We can't fuck with her no more. Y'all know ever since they busted in my house, they know they ain't fucking no. You don't fuck with me no more. I don't get fucked with. None of my peoples get fucked with either. They need to go fuck with my ex-husband and take his ass straight to fucking jail. I don't give a fuck if they fuck with him. Let them go fuck with him and they can fuck with my baby daddy too. Take his ass to jail too. He need to go sit in jail. And fucking, I think he an alcoholic. He need to sit in jail and damn detox. That's what the fuck he need to do. Go detox. He probably need to go serve some time in jail. I'm just saying, he wasn't no alcoholic when he was with me, but I heard, you know what I'm saying? I heard that he's an alcoholic now. So yeah, it'll do him some good. I'm just looking out for him. Cause how else is it gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? At least they'll take good care of him in there. I'm sure they will. Let him go spend some time in prison, something. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't motherfucking lying. Y'all know sometimes people need to go to jail so they can detox off of whatever drug that they're on. I don't even know how we even got on this subject, y'all. That was not the plan to get on here and talk about that. But anyway, y'all know how things happen when you get on here and you start rambling. But today's subject, today, what I wanted to talk about was y'all surprised me with y'all's comments on them last 2 videos or 3 videos. You know them videos where I did my little story time about these kids and shit and them motherfuckers getting on my damn nerves. Y'all, I'm traumatized. But y'all understood me. And I'm just so excited. And we're gonna talk about it. So I just want to go through some of the comments that were made, and I just want to, you know, elaborate on it a little bit and just thank y'all for commenting and supporting your girl because, yeah, I don't want to end up in a mental institution for having a nervous breakdown, okay? Thank goodness things have calmed down a lot. I must say a lot. My oldest son, he did go back to Nissan about a week ago, and he bought him a new car too, y'all. So they both have a car. So the next step is for them to get the fuck up out my house. So that's the next step. And y'all make sure y'all give y'all's kids deadlines because they want to have that excuse. Well, my oldest son told me it's because I never gave him a deadline. So, don't let them use that as an excuse that you never gave them a deadline. So that's the next step. And I gave them a deadline of when they need to be out. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get on into these comments. Comment number 1. Jam Nailed It said, and girls, my daughter, I'm debating if to get her another car. I said, girl, I'm so glad I don't have girls, but I do feel like girls catch on faster than boys. Y'all, I just be playing like these boys just slow. Okay, just slow. And Jam Nailed It said, I do. I have 1 girl and 2 boys. She's the oldest and out the house needing a new car. She's out the house though. She's out the house, and if you want to keep her out the house, you might need to help her get a new car or another car, at least a used car. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me is, baby, I'm not co-signing for nobody. I hope I don't ever have to co-sign for nobody. God willing, I never have co-signed for nobody. Don't want to ever co-sign for nobody because, baby, I don't play about my credit, child. I don't play about my credit. Do you hear me? Oh, I'm showing y'all a picture of my inspo. So the inspo colors was the pink dress, but it's a Pucci dress. A Pucci. That's what's called Pucci. And the brown dress is a Pucci dress as well. So I was just showing y'all. That's where I got the inspo from, was that dress, honey. And I wanted to do these Pucci nails, and I didn't add black in my Pucci nails because I don't really like the black. I feel like it takes away from the colors. We're not finna get off the subject, y'all. Let's just do these Pucci nails. And y'all, this Pucci set is a trust the process, honey, because I did not think these nails was gonna turn out the way that they did. They turned out beautiful, but I did not think they was gonna turn out like that, honey. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all watch me do all these little loop-de-loops and swoop-de-swoops as we get on to the next comment. So the next comment, Nana Ange nails it. She said, I raised 2 boys and I can feel all of this. Nana Ange, we need some advice, okay? Because you already done raised your 2 boys, and I know you done been through some stuff. Mm-hmm. Comment number 3 says, this is Raquel Loves Nails. This is one of the realest comments, you guys. She said, it's breaking the cycle. Raquel, say it again for the ones in the back. It's breaking the cycle. She said, sad, but I hear what you're saying. To be honest, I have no relationship with my mom. Me either, girl. I learned how to be a mom on my own. And as far as high school, girl, I don't remember not one damn thing I learned there. I'm glad my daughter was raised different. I'm not saying she's perfect, but that woman got her shit together. Married, 5 kids, house, and I thank myself for not teaching her the way that I was brought up. Raquel, I know you are so proud of your baby. And I completely understand where you're coming from. When you have a hard childhood, you don't want to teach your child. You don't want to treat your child. You don't want to take anything from your childhood over into their childhood. You don't want to do that. You want to do everything the exact opposite from the way you were raised. We are breaking generational curses. That's what we're doing. Us 80s babies, we are right there in the middle, y'all. Y'all don't understand. We are right there. We are the ones that are breaking the cycle. It's us. I know exactly what you're talking about, girl. And congratulations on breaking that cycle. And if we don't do it, and if we're not doing it, if 80s babies are not doing it, if y'all not doing it, I pray that your children do it. All right, the next comment is by Nana Ange. Again, this is just jumping on to the 80s babies track. I'm not sure what we are. I'm not into like the Gen Xer, and I'm not sure which one is called which, but she says, I really don't think people understand how hard it is to be a Gen X kid and break those patterns. Yes, because y'all don't understand our parents, who our parents were raised by. That's a whole different world back then. She said, I agree with everything. My kids don't have a clue how good they had it. And then C&E Nails commented under her comment and said, oh my goodness, I feel this so much. Gen Xer here, raised 2 boys. Now I'm gonna have to look up Gen Xer. I'm thinking that's 80s babies. I'm not sure. I'm looking it up. It does say Gen X includes anyone born between 1965 and 1980. So I am right there because I am 1980. You got boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, Gen A, Gen B. Like, I don't keep up with all that stuff. All I know is that my mom, when she was growing up, they still had racial divides. Like, she couldn't go in certain stores. I remember one time her cousin had came in from out of town, and y'all, her cousin just talk. She just talks a lot. Like, she just talk. And she started telling me everything that my mom used to do when she was growing up, when she was like preteen, you know, 12, 13. Said she was bad. Said she used to go into every store that said whites only. She would go into the ice cream parlor, and she go right on up in there, honey, sit at the daggum bar and tell them that she wanted the ice cream. Just rebellious, which did not surprise me at all. If y'all know her, she ended up in the mob. Like, when I was 2 months old, she ended up in the mob. So I was raised in the mob. Craziness. She was an outlaw. If it said that she couldn't go in there, my mom's black. If it said she couldn't go in there, she was going in there. She said she would sit up there on the and she'd be like, "No, you can't go in there." Her cousin, they'd be running the streets together. Her cousin be like, "No, you can't go in there," and she'd do it anyway because she wanted to break the law. Could y'all imagine? But see, back then, when you being born into something like that, it's the norm for you. You don't know any different, but I don't know, y'all. I just be thinking sometimes, like, if we was back in them days, I feel like they would. I mean, I'm light skinned, so I would have been in the house or whatever, but I feel like I would have been trying to make a plan. You know what I'm saying? I would have been done poison everybody. I'm telling you, I would have killed everybody. Don't be mad because I would have been in the kitchen. I would have been in the house, y'all. I would have been in the kitchen cooking for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would have been in there, doing a 1-2-1-2 with my little rat poisonings and all of that. It's in my blood. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know where I come from, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Had it been me. Had it been me. Oh no. Oh, they would have had to kill me, honey. They would have had to kill me. Okay, let's get on to the next comment because honey, we just had Black History Month. What was it? Not Black History Month, Lord Jesus. We just had Juneteenth and it just had me thinking like a what if. But anyway, the next comment is Brittany Beautiful Chaos. She says, "Hey girl, hey, I hear you. I have 4 kids. 3 are older teens. Yes, high school needs to be teaching survival skills, finances, credit, taxes, etc. Social media has caused this generation that things come easy, but that's definitely not the case for everyone. I was raised like you, raised myself practically, had my first baby at 16, and moved out at 17, been on my own since. We are getting hit at every side. That hit hard. I felt that. You're so right. They aren't going to understand until they walk in our shoes, which they never will. Which they never will, Brittany. We know they will never walk in our shoes. But yo, I would have never known, Brittany. I would have never known. See, this is why I had to elaborate on these comments because, like, when y'all comment in my comment section, I get to know y'all. Like, I would have never known that Brittany came out the mud. Like, what? Brittany, little Brittany over there trying on outfits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who would have ever known that Brittany came out the mud? Like, what? Let me tell y'all, y'all surprised me. Y'all surprised me because y'all don't be really talking about y'all self on y'all's channel. So, like, when I do, my little story times and stuff like that, and y'all give me a little piece of your experience, your life experience. I'm so grateful. Like, I am so grateful because I know everyone doesn't want to talk about their business on their channel. I know people don't want to talk about, some people are afraid that, they may get judged by their audience, or some people might be ashamed to talk about certain things. But yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you are, what color, creed, ethnicity. It doesn't matter. We all go through something. Okay, so let's just embrace our differences and come together, and chit chat. So the next comment is by Beauty and Beast Journey. She said, "Yep, you speaking facts. My mom would not cared about my life. It definitely would have been about her car. That's why I made my mind up to break generational curses. I love on my kids way more than I got it." Exactly. This is another. See, this is somebody that really, really understands. Like, she really gets, you know, where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? She really gets where I'm coming from. Like, that's how them black parents were back in the day, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I'm telling you, I was kind of scared to say that in my video because I was like, some people probably are not going to understand, but thank God. Beauty and Beast Journey. If y'all haven't go watch them. It's her and her man, and they be doing a little this and a little that. But she's Beauty and he's Beast, and they be doing a thing. But this thing is deep, y'all. This thing is deep. And I'm not saying that every black household was as harsh as mine, because I hear about someone like Jeannie, she talks about how great her mother was and stuff like that. And I know some of y'all had some beautiful mothers, but mine wasn't, honey. Like, my childhood was crazy. It was crazy. It was like otherworldly. It was like the children under the stairs, like it was just like, but mob style, but in black style, because that was a weird ass movie. But you know what I'm saying, it was like, it was weird, it was out the norm, is what I'm trying to say. It was so out the norm, and a lot of people just will not understand it at all whatsoever. I think back and I'm even like, wow, like, how could my mother had ever put me in that type of situation, me and my brother? But cause y'all know we was beautiful kids. Like, ain't no motherfucking way I would have ever put my kids. I just couldn't do it, y'all. I just couldn't do it. She had two parents that she could have went back home to. She loved that lifestyle, y'all. She just loved it. And she doesn't regret a thing. We've talked about it. I've talked to her about it, and there's no hard feelings. I don't hate her. I've forgiven her, but I don't agree. And I would have never put my little children in that situation, but she said it made us what we are today, which is true. I'm very street smart. Um, but still, like, you can be street smart and not have went through some of the things that a lot of the things that I went through and my brother went through. Ooh, my brother went through. They used to use him as target practice. No bullshit. They used to use him as target practice. But let's get on to the next comment, you guys, because talking about my childhood, honey, that's a whole book. A whole book that I need to write. Anyway, next comment is the Nail Genie SC. She says, you're right. I'm with you 100%. Mine, I'm so scared. Sorry, Jeannie. She said, I'm so scared. I feel like I will be taking care of her longer than I want to. Yes, I had to buy my own first car. Yes, it's because of these children are soft, Jeannie. They're soft. They think they know everything and they think they're hard, but they're not. They are not. They are so, so soft. And if you are someone that's here and you're in your 20s, I'm sorry, but you're soft. You are soft. You have no idea. You don't know what it is to be locked outside all day. All day, from the time that you wake up. Like, we didn't have to, we wasn't like, it wasn't like we could just go outside and come in when we wanted to. No, we were locked outside, and could not come back home until the street lights came on. If we got thirsty, we had to find a water spigot, water hose, something, and get something to drink, honey. We was locked outside. Locked. And y'all, I grew up in Kansas City. Let me tell you, the summers get extremely hot. The summers get extremely hot and the winters get extremely cold. Y'all, I almost had to get my fingers amputated one time because I got locked outside and I was forgotten about. And I was out in a winter storm with nowhere to go. Literally, y'all, look, y'all soft. Y'all soft. But anyway, y'all, let's get on to the next comment because we don't want to talk about child abuse today in this video. So the next comment is from Pink Pixie Tips. She says, "Hey Kiara, I hear you, either sons. We put both of them through their driving lessons, and my younger son is a nightmare with cars. He's a big BMW hothead, sporty big shit. I've helped both of them so much and given deposits for houses as well as cars. We love them though, mothers and sons. Yes, we love them because what are sons? Mama's boys. Yes, they are. They mama's big babies. But yeah, like don't even talk about the deposits, because that's the next thing for my sons is the deposits and on whatever they do. The plan that I have for them, whether they know it or not, is for them to buy their first house together. Put both, because like both of my sons, they are. I don't even want to speak on it, y'all, because I'm not trying to be a grandmother yet. I'm not a grandmother, okay? So, you know, it's time for them to work together and make some things shake. Since they're not held down, they're not married. You know, I'm not a grandmother. But big kudos to you for putting your sons through driving lessons. Um, I never would have done that. I never would have done that. Which takes us to our next comment, and this is by Sandra Sparkly Sets. She said, "Hi sis, that's so weird cause birds eat my dog food in the backyard, lol. I have a bird feeder, but they still eat the dog food and their food. It is scary when you get that call. My son got into a car accident right in front of the cemetery where we were all at visiting my father-in-law's grave. His car was totaled. It was actually my first car I ever bought by myself. It was a 2013 Corolla, brand new. I gave it to him a few years after I got it because I got a Highlander. It was so sad seeing them take it away on the tow truck." Sorry. It's funny because that's why I wanted to go to Sandra's comment next because that's kind of like what happened with me. I gave my son my first car, which brand new, bought it off the lot, except I didn't give it to him that soon. I had the car was paid off, but it was still, I was the only one driving it, so it was still a good car. It was still running smoothly. It was a Nissan Sentra, but that was my first car. I bought it when I was like in my mid 20s, and but it was still a good car because I was the only one that was driving it. And those Nissans last forever. So yeah, and I seen the same thing. They came and picked it up and put it on that tow truck and they took it away. So I feel your pain on that. But yeah, she said, "Good thing your son was not hurt. Kids definitely stress us out." That's crazy because she talks about the cemetery, and y'all, I didn't get my son driving lessons, but I did take my sons and their cousin when I first was teaching them how to drive. They were like, I had like two 14-year-olds and one, no, 15, no, I say two 14-year-olds in the car with me and a 16 and a half year old. So, yeah, they ain't ready at that age. And especially the boys that I have, especially my youngest son, y'all, he's silly. he don't take nothing serious. So I took them up to the cemetery, like one of those huge national cemeteries where you can drive through it and there's no traffic. And what they do, went up there acting crazy, driving all crazy. My youngest son was driving fast as hell, y'all. He was driving around all those curves fast as hell. I'm like, see, just doing too much, acting silly. Like, ain't nobody finna put y'all, I'm not finna teach y'all out on the street with other cars. I don't have the patience, and my nerves aren't set up for stuff like that. So they just ended up learning how to drive from their friends. Cause I don't know if I told y'all in another video that like I waited as long as I could to let my son start driving because all of their friends had already started driving and they had all wrecked their cars. So they were driving their cars, you know, that's how they were learning, especially my youngest son. He had a whole bunch of friends that was driving and they could not drive. Let him tell it, they could not drive, and he drove their vehicle a lot of the times because they could not drive. They got into accidents. That's how he learned how to drive, from other people's vehicles, which was fine with me. But yeah, honey, like my nerves aren't set up like that. But we are almost done, y'all. These nails came out so cute. My favorite nail is the pinky and the thumb. You know, once I got into it, I started, you know, understanding how to make the swoops and do the design how I wanted it to go, and just an easier way to where I didn't have to go through so many steps. But let's go ahead and get on to another comment. This is by Juan's Wife Toy. She said, "Hey, beautiful girl, thank you. Bernie Mac said that in some movie I watched and I was dying. At some point, your boys will definitely appreciate how you are raising them and realize how spoiled they are. My boys got me crazy scared to let them out the house and drive without us. No one taught us anything growing up. Credit and paying bills was not talked about as much as it should have been. You're an amazing mom. His new car color is so sweet and he is hilarious. I wonder what your oldest son would have said if he wasn't on the phone." Nothing, girl, nothing. Because they are total opposites. One of them talk too much and the other one don't talk enough. But yes, girl, we weren't taught anything. This is why we are so far behind. Like, honestly, I feel like we're catching up in society as a people because we were just at a disadvantage, and it stems from slavery. That's the root cause to everything. And it is an unbelievably sad fact. And it's, to think about it, it is almost like my childhood. Seriously, it's like my childhood. It's like, wow, did that really happen? Like, how could that have ever happened? How could anyone in the world had ever been able to get away with such crazy, inhumane treatment of another human being? It reminds me of my childhood because it's just like it's it's like, did this really happen? And if you would tell somebody that and they had no facts of it, they would never believe it. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand when I tell y'all would never believe my childhood. Because unless I can give you all facts, it's like you would never believe it. But yeah, same as slavery. If we didn't have the facts and you was just telling a random person all these terrible, horrendous, horrific things that happened in slavery, any good citizen, any good human being, any Christian that loves the Lord would not believe such things, would not believe that someone could do such horrible things. But I think we have time for one or two more comments. This is Nails and Resin by E. She says, I wonder if they still teach marketing in high school. That's where I learned how to calculate my check before payday. It also taught me to verify my paycheck was correct. Kiera, my dad stayed saying, I'm not taking your ass to the hospital if you get hurt. Look, Erica, when I almost had got my fingers amputated from frostbite, they still did not take me to the hospital. I remember them putting my hands in a sink with like not hot water, not warm water. I remember them talking about it and they were saying, well, don't make the water too hot, make it kind of cool and let her put her hands in it. Y'all, my fingers were turning blue. But yeah, I don't think that they teach that though. And these kids are definitely, I know back in the day that helped us with calculating our checks and everything, but they're not using checks. They wouldn't even know what to do with a check today. They don't know nothing about no check. They don't know nothing about writing no check. But like they do need to sit down and learn how to balance their finances, and that's what helped us balance our finances. Even though I can't really say that I was like the one that wrote a lot of checks either, but I know what you're coming from because I did have a checkbook at one point in my life where I did, put the little stuff in the checkbook in the back of the checkbook where it shows you like how to balance your checkbook and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that those days are over with though. I wasn't really into the checkbook type thing. But yeah, we have C&E Nails. This is the last comment that I'm going to share. She says, I absolutely love your nails. They are gorgeous. Girl, my sons are 25 and 22. Their birthdays are in July, so almost 26 and 23. I hear you. I love your stories and nails so much. So yeah, C&E, your sons are basically the same age as my sons, almost 26. Yes, I have one that's almost 26. He'll be 26 in August. And I have a 23-year-old who will be 24 in February. Look, we counting down the months with these kids. It's time to go. It's time for them to go. But yeah, you guys, this video is basically over with. I am just going to put this top coat on here. Look at how pretty these came out. I love these Pucci nails. I think they're just so pretty because you can do them in whatever colors you want to do them in. You can do them in 3 colors, 4 colors. You could even do them in 2 colors if you wanted to. But I think they look best with at least 3 colors. And then just do the little swoops and swirls, and yeah. But anyway, here is the nail set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the chit chat and the comments and just learning a little bit from my subscribers. Go ahead and head over to those channels that I mentioned. Subscribe to them if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget to hit the like button for me if you're here. Hit the like button, you guys. It doesn't cost you a thing. Hit the like button. I get all these views and then I get half of the likes from the views. So please don't forget to hit that like button. It does help out my channel a lot. Hit the like button. Hype it if you have a hype left. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next one.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. And she said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I get smoked already so hard in my blunt is. I see guys' pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting.